Hey, it's Wes.
And Shonda, and welcome to Dink Life. We're at Boston Mills Artfest. It's in Peninsula, Ohio, and if you're not familiar with Boston Mills, it's a ski resort. So obviously it's summer, there's no one skiing, the hills are very green.
Yeah.
But they used to have this Artfest every summer, and then COVID hit, and they haven't had it since 2019.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's been quite some time, and this is a preview night. So we paid $100 each to get in. We got 3 drink tickets apiece, and they are serving food, which they have people walking around, and then they actually have like a buffet line. So it's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
The cool thing is I actually know somebody who has some pieces here tonight, so I'm really excited to see her and see her artwork. But this, like I said, is the preview, and we're going to take you along with us and see what we can get ourselves into. These are our drink tickets, and we got 3 each.
Oh, I'm okay, thank you. This guy's stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, real cool. I farted.
But just because of the pugs and stuff, you know?
What's it say?
I didn't return your call because my caller ID works. So just a couple more things we wanted to mention about the art festival. If you come when it's just a regular day, like a Saturday or a Sunday, it's $10 if you buy the tickets online, or if you get them in the door, it's $12, the admission.
Yeah.
So it is considerably less expensive than the preview night. But of course, there's no food and alcohol and things like that. Yeah. Also, it's 2 weekends, and each weekend has different vendors. So, you know, we are just here this weekend, but next weekend they will have totally different vendors here, which I think is pretty cool. So if you want to come 2 weeks in a row, you can check out different vendors both times. The food they had here tonight was great. It was all from Market Fresh, which is part of Giant Eagle. It was catered. And we had, they have people walking around with platters. of hors d'oeuvres and things like that, which were delicious. And then we also I had some falafel and some hummus, and then we also had like a make your own taco bar.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah, and they had dessert, and yeah, I had chips and salsa for mine too.
Okay. And we did each have a couple of hors d'oeuvres. I had a pierogi with some bacon, and then I also had a fried ravioli, which was fantastic. So, you know, while it is a lot of money, it's nice, you know, it supports all of these artists, and, you know, it's nice just to wander around with some drinks and have some food and just kind of take your time doing things here. We usually come on the normal days. We've come once before on a preview night. It was a lot of fun, so we decided since this was the first year back in 3 years that we would go ahead and try the preview night again, and I'm not sorry that we did.
No. Also, they do give you pretty big beers for the thing, and they had Sierra Nevadas and some Coors, and I think maybe a Bud, and they had wine and salsa.
Yeah, I had a Pinot Noir for my first glass of wine, and now I've had 2 glasses of Prosecco, which is delicious.
So there's a decent selection of different drinks to have.
There is. I think they had 2 whites, 2 reds, and a Prosecco, so there is a nice selection, and they had some seltzers too.
Yeah, and also in the back, which I did not find, they said they had samples too, but we didn't do any.
Yeah, they're over there.
If you wanted to sample it before you got a real taste.
Yeah.
Or a full glass, I mean.
So, I mean, you know, if you have the money and these are the kind of things that you like to do, I do highly recommend the preview.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good time.
I think it's worth the money. I mean, you get entertainment, there's a band, you
Yeah.
get food, alcohol.
Yeah. And
it's not as busy.
I was going to just say,
weekend,
I dare say it's not nearly as crowded as when you come on a Saturday or Sunday for a general admission. So if you don't like being around tons of people, it's probably better to come on a preview night because I assume they limit ticket sales for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great little festival. And I did buy something, which I can show you later. He's kept it in the booth for me so I didn't break it.
Yeah.
But nearly every year when we come here, we buy something.
Looks really nice.
It does.
I just enjoy it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those are neat.
I was looking for stuff in my garden and couldn't come up with it, so I was like, oh, shit, I want to give it a try.
Oh, it's nice. It'd be nice to have something like that out in the garden.
Yeah.
I'm definitely coming back here. For sure. Oh, the little jukebox ones are cool.
And then have you replaced them? Are these like bulbs that you can buy anywhere?
You can walk into Home Depot, Lowe's right now. And buy
Okay.
that.
Yeah. The mushrooms.
That's what you need hummingbird feeder. Instead of the one we have, you need that one. We're gonna love them.
These are neat.
Hi.
Hey.
These are all made from steel wire, and so they're hand twisted. So he just starts with a shock of wires.
Oh wow.
Twist the trunk out, and he'll do the branches. He'll clip with his pliers as he goes, and then he paints when he's done before he adheres it to the base. And he always starts with the base in front of him, and that will inspire the shape of the tree.
All right, you got me there.
Yeah. A little dragon.
Yeah,
I like the pirate ship too.
it's real cool.
It's like braided glass. I was telling Jay. Oh.
And that's how I got in those sculptures. Yeah. It's all. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. It's really cool.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I like the Marilyn Monroe one.
I know, it's cool, right?
It's really cool.
So we're just now leaving the Boston Mills Art Fest, and it is 8:25, and we got here at 6 o'clock. So we spent a good chunk of time here. There's 3 huge tents where they have artwork and things like that, and then out in the middle they have like little tents, like individual tents.
Yeah.
So we spent a good deal of time here. We love it. You know, we've come for many years before COVID.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've been back since COVID, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I think we've bought at least something small.
Yeah, every year.
Every year we've been here. Now, we did buy a big piece of art a couple of years ago, and this year I did get a little bit of swag.
Yeah.
I actually bought a homemade treat jar for the dogs. It's really kind of cute. And it was fairly inexpensive for $50. It's like a hand-thrown pot. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you can buy some super high-end stuff there too.
You can. I mean, there's some
thousands.
sculptures in there for thousands of dollars and some beautiful photographs and paintings. And we did run into one guy who like pressed his own paper and did his own paper art. So like it's just, there's just some really cool, unique things in there that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, and we don't really see it at the other art shows around Akron. So
Right.
it's definitely unique stuff.
Most of the stuff we go to, I mean, the things range up
It's
to
cheaper,
a couple
yeah,
$100, which is fine.
It's
I mean,
a different scale for sure.
yeah, I would say so. So it's just really kind of cool to come and look at all the stuff. And we did see our friend Dee Dee. Her stuff is amazing. So it was nice to see her, and this is her first year here. So if you ever have a chance, if you're out here in the area and you can come and stop by this art show, I highly recommend it. It's a really good time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, for sure. So one thing we definitely wanted to mention that we almost forgot about, in our past videos, you know, we've been to things where they've run out of like food and alcohol and things like that.
So early, yeah.
Yeah, real early.
You pay decent money for it, then they run out of stuff.
I sort of feel like, yeah, I mean, when you're paying, even at the
It's
zoo,
BS,
you
yeah,
know, when
yeah,
we
yeah.
paid $50 for that and they ran out of alcohol, you know, we were here, it closes at 9, and we were here until 8:30. There was still plenty of food left out.
No
you know,
alcohol issues.
Yeah, there was still, people were still
Yeah.
drinking. There
There's
were
food
no
all the way to the
problems.
end.
Yeah, so I mean, I have to say applause for that, because everything else that we have gone to recently where there's been food and alcohol that has come with the price of admission.
So many events and they run out so quick.
It's insane. Like, anyway.
It's like, what are you paying for?
Yeah, we went to something last year where they legit ran out of food and beer like an hour and a half into the event. So I just wanted to say I commend the Artfest. You know, for the money that we paid, there was never an issue. As we were walking out, there was still plenty of food, plenty of alcohol. So kudos. Kudos to the Artfest for that.
More events should be like this when you're paying money for it.
I agree. Limit the ticket sales. You know, people are paying a lot of money to come to these things.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was another thing. The crowd level in there was perfect.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Again, we have come here before where it's been so busy you can hardly move. And, you know, that's okay. I mean, when you're paying $10, $12 to get in, that's kind of what you expect when it's a beautiful day out. But this was fantastic. And I think that's probably why we pay to come back, because it is worth every penny just for the food and the ambiance, the atmosphere.
Yep.
It's well worth the $100 to just spend a nice night out, have a few drinks, have some food, and just enjoy yourself.
Yep.
So again, if you're ever in the area, stop by. So just remember, whatever you decide to do, just get out there and do it.